guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we'll be doing a video about our engagement.
As usual, guys, I'm here as a visitor or a guest on this channel.
Yes, you're always a guest, but people are demanding you like nobody's business. I don't understand. Guys, this is my channel, okay? Spelele, ne? Spelele. Yes, guys, get used to it. Spelele.
Spelele. No, spelele.
Don't go out from beginners. Anyway,
it's still said it's linked on our last video we did. Remember the last video we did?
No, not the last video, baby, but the last video we spoke about the layer damages.
Yes,
I think it's linked to that one, layer damages.
Yes, because we promised the friends.
Well, you promised.
We are we.
It's
me, you in your channel. So we promised.
Okay, fine.
That when we left them on that other story, that we will now bring something up that is linked to. But
yes.
Let me not waste time.
After into damages, I took their time to come back to Ekaya and yes, I do not know, but they took forever to come back. Or Shem, we says our minds as a we never know. We don't know, and you will never know. But anyway, so they took their time. Well, I think they had plans already, so what they're gonna do from there onwards. So they took their time coming back to Ekaya for paying the damages. They came, in fact, no, it was his birthday. And then he told me that there's actually something that he wants to surprise me with. I was like, whose birthday is it, Scanty? It's my birthday. It's your birthday, not my birthday. So Goban lose a surprise. So I let it go, and then he tells me, I think 2 days afterwards, that actually the thing that he wanted to tell me was that he sent the letter to my house. I'm like, letter, and he goes on and tells me that a letter for
what you thought was going to happen was that we were going to go to your home to pay for damages.
Yeah.
But then, me being me, loving you, having plans for the future, and had spoken to my family, that's a discussion, which is the reason why we took so long to go back to your family. The whole idea was that I was going to go and ask for your hand.
But it's still, baby, you had damages in arrears. You had damages in arrears. So you needed to sort that out. So basically, in baby, you can't unless you're gonna separate the two.
No, the idea was that I'm gonna go and ask for your hand in marriage in a proper traditional way. So that's why I made it to be a surprise to you that we are sending a letter to your family to ask if your family can allow our family to get to know your family better by joining the two families together.
Okay, I hear you, but what I know and what happened is that so the first negotiations actually commenced on the same month in January 2019.
My birthday month.
Oh, what ifs. So guys, the negotiations actually started, and with negotiations, obviously, he didn't pay for damages. Like, his damages were still in arrears, so he needed to fix that. So the negotiations started off from damages and the actual Lobola negotiation. So because you're not only paying for damages for the trouble you've caused the family, but you're actually taking as your wife. So am I right?
Yes, no, you are right, babe.
So that's how the first negotiations happened. And do you want to elaborate more on the negotiations?
Oh yeah, the road to the people that were going to go and represent me or my family in asking for the union of the two families. So
hands are so light in complexion.
They're always working, people. They're always working, you know. But what happened is we sat down with the family. Well, after that time of Pele's family coming over to report what had happened between me and her, which the damages he's talking about, my elder brother asked me a question and says, "Mce, so the child, was it a mistake, which is mistake, or was the child playing?" I said the child was playing. He said, "Okay, fine, you've made our job very easy." And I was confused when he said that. He said, "I know you've made our job very easy." It is later on now in December when we were discussing now the process of sending the letter, when he came to me and explained to me what he said that time, that no, you've made our job easy. So we sat down and he said, "But you want to marry the girl?" I said, "Yes, no, I want to marry her. I mean, she's the love of my life. You know, I love her so much. I see a future with her, a very prosperous future." So he said, "Okay, fine. Then we're going to make this thing easy. We are going to go there. We know that they came to report you that you've done this, you know, damage that we will have to pay. But what we will do as a family, you know, we're strategizing now. They were sitting there. So we said, we discussed, like, okay, fine, this is what we're going to do. We know that we have this issue of the damages, but when we get there, we're not even going to touch this. We're going to say we're here to ask for the lady, you know." So that was the plan that we had. But then Oba was like, "Hey, Baukas, you know what we can do? I think let's put some money aside, you know, just in case, okay? Just in case, because we don't know what's going to happen there." Now in Xhosa culture, when you go and ask, you know, the first day or the first negotiations, it is called cars. Basically, what is happening is that you go and give your intentions. Basically, I think it's called intentions. But then in that process, the family now will then tell you, right, the how many cows do they want for this union to happen, right? So that first day is usually called asking for the cars. You know, it's the number of cows that the family will ask for, because you don't know this family, they don't know you. We had to discuss that and said, okay, fine, what we'll do, we'll go and, you know, put the money right there and not even touch that situation. Because the idea that we had was that if we get asked about the damages, like, this is Baugazi now strategizing, and my brother, my elder brother, the firstborn, like, if we get asked, we'll say, no, we're here to take her now. We don't even want to explain that, because when you take her, you're also going to take the child and everything and look after them. So yeah, that should work. I mean, they're not going to complain. They'll be very happy. This is us now. You know how it is when you're fighting an invisible opponent, highly skilled, right? But easily defeated. So we were planning against this invisible opponent, which is Pele's family. That I know, if we say this and say that, they will go with us. So yes,
we've got this. Little did they know. Little did they know, guys. Like, abantu baselokishini bayathanda uroba yonke into and we're done. No, it doesn't work like that. No. It doesn't work like that, baby. Like, your family can be similar in so many ways, but they're not the same. They're not the same.
That's what I'm saying. We had this invisible opponent that is highly skilled, but is easily defeated. You know, we can easily defeat, but highly skilled. So we can see these negotiations that, no, the family will be excited when we come and saying, we are here to ask for your daughter's hand. You know what I'm saying? But shame. Now, the biggest problem now was,
you had damages to pay first.
Now, let me explain something, guys, that you don't understand. I've got, in the family, I'm the last one
to get married.
And
he's not the last born.
I'm not the last born. I'm not the last born, but I'm the last one. So I have my two brothers, my 3 elder brothers who are married, and then my younger brother. So we thought that, anyway, we've got all the skills, you know.
You've done this.
We've done this. Well, guys, like, let's put some cows aside for that problem. My brother's like, no. When we get there, and the family knows that we are no longer just here to pay the damages, we're here to take their daughter now, that they'll be more excited. They'll even forget about that. I was like, okay,
wow.
fine. I'm not going to be there. But yes, anyway, for me, what is most important is that I need to know it cars like those pelletin so that the process can continue. And then
maybe they could have said no. So they could have even said no, you can't take our daughter, we don't want you. So yeah guys, they underestimated my family a lot because when I was selection and I was selection guys, everything I'm the selection fast paced man, you're fast paced and and we don't do that. And Akaya, they told them, but no, for London inayo ne ni city nina nizawuqala Lobola. Let's go back to the damages. And let's go back to the damages because you can't say you're taking our daughter without paying the damages. I mean, come on, come with it. Where are the damages? Okay, now because we weren't planning to start there. Baby, because you knew that your damages are still in arrears. You still had to pay the damages. Yes. But what were you expecting? Because as far as I know, when you haven't paid for damages and you still want to ask for a hand in marriage, what actually happens is that you unyuka nengalo, as I said, the process, and then unyuka nengalo the cows as the damages, they get carried over to as a lobola, but now they are at a cheaper scale because we use money now. They are at a cheaper scale than they were as a lobola. So they actually deduct a few cows from the lobola negotiations. In fact, they don't deduct, but they carry over the ones as the damages. So it makes them a bit less. That's why you often find that people will choose to unyuka nengalo instead of paying for damages on the side and then at a later stage because it's cheaper. It's cheaper that way. Well, they say it's cheaper that way, but it's not even cheap. It's not even cheap, but it's better. Like, it makes economical sense when you do it like that than like paying for damages. Maybe that will cost a fortune and then again pay another fortune.
No, that was the plan. The plan, we knew that but it was going to make an economical sense
to you guys,
to us, yes.
Not for the negotiation, but for you guys.
But then we're looking at the bigger picture, baby. You understand? Yes, there's damages, but there's marriage. You understand?
Mm-hmm. It was a bit of a struggle for the first negotiations, but they weren't bad. I don't want to lie, they weren't bad. They actually were quite good because like the families came together, and after the ceremony they went inside the house, they ate, they chatted for hours and hours, and they were like besties. So I was like, this went well, so I shouldn't be panicking. So the first negotiations went quite well. And then after that, we moved this side after January, after the negotiations.
No, baby. It didn't go well. Because our plan didn't happen.
well, on my side,
for us,
they went very well because, my family represented me quite well.
Because our plan, guys, I promise you, our plan didn't go well. All the plan that we did.
No, guys, the only reason that they plan didn't go well is because they were looking for Uropa. I figured that they were this dinner episode, but
because remember, the plan was that we're gonna come with inkomes needs, like there's gonna be a lot of cows, so that when they give us cars lab, at least we know we still have. Yes, we're almost, 3/4 into the process.
Wow.
But now, they get there, the family goes like, no. Aye, wait. Yes, we are here, what you are here for. We understand you are here for this, which is we are happy, but then we still have unfinished business. Mm-hmm. Let's first start with that business, then we can proceed further. All those cows now that you came with and thinking what you're going to impress. Yeah,
we weren't impressed.
They got reduced because
the family was not impressed.
We had to pay
because they were trying to rob me. What do you mean?
So when my brother came back and says, "Yeah, hey, this is what happened," I'm like, yeah, ne? He's like, yeah, you still have to go back and work very hard.